President Donald Trump inviting reporters into the Oval Office to witness that conference call between him and his Mexican counterpart to celebrate what Trump says is a trade deal. But this is far from a finalized product. Number one, Canada needs to be brought on board. Now, the White House is clearly hinting that if Canada doesn't come on board, they're happy to just have a trade deal with Mexico, and that for Canada, it's a take it or leave it approach. It's part of Trump's strategy of negotiating by picking off his adversaries. But even if Canada agrees, you also need to bring in the United States Congress, let alone the legislatures of both Canada and Mexico. So there are a lot more hurdles and more roadblocks for this to be a final superseding deal to replace NAFTA. There's also disagreement on what you call it. President Trump saying this should be called the United States-Mexico Trade Agreement. You heard Peña Nieto, the president of Mexico, on the phone clearly saying he wanted to be NAFTA. Regardless of what you call it, though, if President Trump does figure out a way to have an agreement between these two countries, it is clearly a victory for his approach to trade negotiation. That is, threaten tariffs, raise the specter of tariffs, in some case impose tariffs, and then start to negotiate. And that has implications not just for NAFTA in North America, but for China as well as the European Union. So I think what we'll see coming out of this is other countries, other bodies, other units looking at the Trump presidency, seeing how he handled this negotiation and wondering what he might play against them and what is important to them as well. Nichols, NBC News for Euronews at the White House.